So my Optimus Prime's naked YouTube short was very, very successful. Even the designer of this toy, Aaron Archer, commented in the comments. I earned a lot of money from the YouTube short I did on this guy, a ludicrous amount of money, more money than I've pretty much earned from any other video in recent times. And I kind of wanted to splurge a little bit. And I decided to get the subject of today's video. And when I was telling my family about this, my sister-in-law had a very interesting idea. What if you do a series where with each video, all of the revenue you earn from that video you put towards another Optimus Prime? And I thought that idea was amazing. So she gets all of the credit. Thank you so much. So this is called Prime for a Prime. This will be the most impressive episode, and after this it probably won't get very impressive because ad revenue on YouTube, especially in January, is not very good at all. So essentially, I will kind of give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain on how much money I kind of make from a lot of these videos. But this is also interactable in a little bit of a sense, because you guys, if you choose to contribute either by becoming a channel member or like doing a super thanks, all of the revenue that originates from this video, like if you become a member for this video, if you do a super thanks, all of the revenue will go towards another Optimus Prime. All of it. As much of it as I can. So, with this episode, I want to show off that with this naked Protoform Optimus Prime, this YouTube short got millions of views. It earned me around $300, which is quite a lot for a little 1-minute video. I didn't spend all $300 on this item, but I did decide to splurge, and I got the Threezero DLX Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. I've been wanting this bad boy in my collection for a long time now, and I figured with how much money I made from my Protoform Optimus YouTube short, I decided to go ahead and get this. So again, all of the revenue that I earned from this video within, let's say, 2 months, all of the revenue, either super thanks, or just ad revenue, or becoming a channel member for this video. And please comment below if you become a channel member and say, hey, I did it to contribute. And by the way, it's not for the sake of like, oh, thank you for buying me a toy. No, it's just a fun idea. And I figured I could make it a little interactive if you do decide you want to contribute, because you know directly where the money will be going. The money will be going towards another Optimus Prime. And I will try to change it up and keep it as unique as possible. But for the first episode of Prime for a Prime, we are taking a look at the Threezero DLX Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. We're starting on a very high note because this is likely going to be the very most expensive thing out of all of this, and also the most impressive because this toy is absolutely fantastic, and it is actually one of my favorite Optimus Prime, favorite Transformers, favorite collectibles ever. It does not transform. I know that is a problem for many of you. But this is not a Transformers toy. This is a high-end 12-inch-ish action figure that is a robot replica of how Optimus Prime appeared in Revenge of the Fallen and also pretty much the first 2007 Transformers movie, because the designs are pretty much identical. You can just see, spinning this around, it is so detailed. It is so metallic. It's covered in gunmetals and silvers and golds and metallic blues and reds and silver dry brushing and light wearing work. It is absolutely impressive. It comes with a lot of stuff, though, so let's go over that first. So first, let's discuss the generic Threezero DLX display base. I don't really like these. I don't know, they take up a lot of space, and I don't feel like they hold up the weight a lot because they're very plastic. You can kind of see how it works with angling it, how it works with like dropping it up and down. There's like a button at the top here, and it just doesn't work too well. I don't know, I just don't like these too much. This also articulates, but it doesn't articulate. It doesn't articulate. It like pulls out and goes back in. I just don't like these display bases, and I feel like with figures like this, you don't really need them unless you want them in like a jumping pose. So I'm not really going to use this base on him. I don't use the base I have with my Soundwave. So he doesn't come with a ton. So he does have alternate hands. I have him with the fisted hands on him right now, but these are the open hands. They're made out of a softer plastic, so you don't have to worry about the fingers breaking. You can see there's a lot of nice paint and sculpt on these more relaxed hands. He also has far more expressive hands. I really enjoy these for poses with the sword or like holding his guns. I think they are very, very nice. He does also have trigger fingers for the guns, but I have him just holding those because what else would these hands do? So here's his right blaster. You can see all the cool like truck canister details, and also has this blue armor plate on the side, which is very interesting. I don't know if that's a uniquely Revenge of the Fallen thing or if it was also like that for the first movie, but he does also have a nearly identical gun for his left hand, so you could either have him dual wield or this is just an optional one without that armor plates. So it's up to you if you want them dual wielding or if you just want them with like one with an armor plate, one without an armor plate. But the guns themselves are pretty much identical. There's not really any difference between them. And then the other accessories he has, obviously, it's Optimus Prime, so he needs to have his Energon blades. Again, really nice, clear plastic that does have a bit of a frosting to it as well. Nice metallic gunmetal and silver dry brushed paint. Has some Cybertronian glyphs engraved into it, and these just slot into his arms, no problem. And last but definitely not least, he does come with an alternate nose and mouth, so you can have him without the faceplate. And I will show you how this is done. It's a little difficult, but it is very nice that you do get this option. It doesn't look the greatest, but it doesn't look that bad either. So as you can see from this kneeling pose I put him in for the accessory section, he is very well articulated. I actually just want to go over all of the moving parts on this before I even get into the details, because there is just so much to cover. So he has a neck joint as well as a head joint. So he has a lot of expression and a lot of range at the head, tons of tilt, tons of side to side. You do have to keep in mind though, as you move the head, the side panels are going to come out a little bit. That is for the face switch gimmick. But you have that. These little chest windows can articulate as well to get out of your way. His stomach can articulate a little bit, which is crazy. He has a butterfly joint as well as an upward joint. He has this little can that can move. The shoulder pad can move on multiple hinges and ball joints. The shoulder obviously moves up pretty far. The arm moves forward. He does have a thigh swivel, a bicep swivel, although it is oddly limited. You can't get it in all of the way. He has double jointed elbows. He has ball joints at the wrists, which is very nice. I do want to show real quick just because I love seeing him with it. Let's put an Energon blade in just so you can see how he looks. It looks incredible. I love it. It's Optimus Prime with one of his Energon blades. I mean, come on. How's that not amazing? What else moves on him? A lot. So he has these little plates on the sides that can move out of the way for you. His torso can crunch. He has quite the ab crunch, which is insane. You can see a lot of detail exposed in the back as well as like the hitch for the truck. He's kind of got a bit of a spine detail going. So that's impressive. Not only does he have that crunch, but he also has a torso tilt, which is insane, as well as an upper torso swivel and a lower waist swivel. These front pieces will move out of the way for the hips as well as rotate. These pieces on the hips will move up and down. The wheels can shift out of your way as well as, at least this one can rotate. You can move his butt cheeks. He has articulated butt cheeks, which is crazy. What else moves on him? So he does have drop down hips as well. So if you drop them down, they can move forward very, very far. They can move out to the side pretty far as well, and if you get the wheel out of the way, I'm sure you can move it even further. This is one of my only problems with it. He has these panels on his legs that can pop off, but honestly, I'd rather them pop off instead of this little piece breaking, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. So you do have a lot of options with moving the legs. You do have a thigh swivel buried in there somewhere. Yeah, you do have a little bit of a thigh swivel, but it is kind of tight. You have this panel right here that not only moves back, but also flares out. You have double jointed knees. You have this knee pad that you can either move to cover the knee or have it out. You can move this wheel well, that wheel guard right there a little bit if you want. You can move this panel on the foot. You can hinge the foot up and down. You get ankle tilt. You get toe articulation. That's pretty much it, but I'm sure I missed something. Oh, I did miss something. He has a drop down for the ankle as well. He also has a drop down. So that is crazy. So he has a ton of moving parts. Is he the most articulated Optimus Prime toy ever? Probably. But is he the most posable? He's close. He is very, very posable, but I would still say the little Revoltech Dark of the Moon Optimus is probably still just a little bit more posable. It's just easier to work with just a little bit more. But with all the moving parts out of the way, let's get in on some of the details on this guy. One thing real quick too, the ball-jointed wrists are also on a hinge. I almost forgot to mention that because I'm swapping out this hand right here and I'm struggling to find the right hand. There we go. Want them a little bit more expressive. So yeah, the detail on this is insane. Look at all of the weathering, all of the little details. I think this head sculpt, it's not perfect, but it is very close. And I only say it's not perfect because I've seen a third-party add-on kit to this figure that gives it a new head sculpt that just somehow makes it look even better. I don't know how, but it does. But this is still a very, very impressive head sculpt. It looks dead on. Pretty much. Like, I wouldn't really question it otherwise if there wasn't that third-party one. The chest has so much detail. A little Autobot symbol in the stomach. I love how the flames turned out. All the little gold around the chains on the armpits. Look at all this detail, dude. It's everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's mechanical detail to observe on this toy. And I haven't seen a single screw either. It's all just detail. Like, even the butt looks good. The wheels look amazing because they're all segmented out as they are in the movie. The arms look amazing front to back. I love the little silver circles. And I love like the weathering, the little silver dry brushing done all throughout it. This is truly like a Hot Toys level Optimus Prime figure. Like Threezero kills it. Threezero, if you want to send me any of the Rise of the Beast DLX figures, I would gladly review them. I love your products. They're simply amazing. I mean, you've already seen a lot of this detail. It is just so good. It is so detailed. Like, it is ridiculously detailed. I cannot get over this guy. Absolutely cannot get over it. I do need to show you how the head works. So, how to swap the head. Actually, first, let's show how to do the light up. So, easiest way to do it is just by removing the side panels, and now he looks very funny. You can take his scalp and pop that off. Then you press that right there. He does not include the batteries, unfortunately, for his light-up eyes, but they're pretty common batteries. I think they're LR44s, if I'm not mistaken. So his eyes light up very cool. It's kind of difficult to get the pieces back on, especially if you have a camera in between you and your $250 toy. That just looks incredible. That is Optimus Prime. I can't get enough. Cannot get enough of this. It looks so good. But we do have an optional face. We do have the face without the faceplate. And I will keep it on for the rest of the video because I have shown off this faceplate for long enough. It is kind of easy to get off, but I would definitely suggest having a bit of a thumbnail. Again, that's why I keep the thumbnail long. So you can see Optimus Prime's face has been taken. I will not make the joke. I'm sure tons of reviewers already have. So we can put that face back on, and it just, the expression on it is so accurate. Again, I wouldn't really say it looks bad, except for that third-party one that exists that just looks a little bit better. The add-on kit, but still, this is a really great Optimus face. I would say the gunmetal gray for it is probably a little bit too dark of a color choice for his face, but it still looks really good. Like, I see this, and yeah, that's Michael Bay, Optimus Prime from the first 3 movies. No doubt about it. That is him, without a doubt. So yeah, this toy is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know if the video has come out yet or not, but this is very clearly one of my favorite pickups of the year. So do not be surprised. If you've already seen it, you already know. But if it hasn't come out yet, this is one of, if not my favorite pickup of 2023. Because unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it when it came out fresh because it sold out very fast, and I wasn't really sure if I needed it. But once I decided I really wanted it, it had sold out, but it just got a reissue. But the reissue also sold out very fast. So you do have to be very mindful. This is not a very easy toy to get. A lot of these Threezero DLX figures sell out really fast. I do want to get the the Last Night Optimus as well. I don't know why I called it Dark of the Moon. They're nothing alike. Because I love the Age of Extinction Knight armor look, and the Last Night one's pretty much identical. I want to get that. I do also want to get the Rise of the Beast Optimus from DLX. So again, Threezero, if you want to sponsor me, you know, I'm just saying, if you want to send me one over, I'd take it. I'd take it. So there we go. There is our first episode of Prime for a Prime. So what Prime for a Prime did we have today? We had technically the Last Night repaint, but the original 2007 Protoform Optimus for the Threezero DLX. So again, all of the revenue, absolutely all of it, from the point of this publishing to 2 months out, will be used to purchase another Optimus Prime toy. All of it. If you want to contribute, you are more than welcome. I'm not asking you to, but it is an option, because it's not going towards, you know, more money in my pocket. It's going towards the next Prime for a Prime. Now, granted, it does put another Optimus Prime in my collection, but still, it's a Prime for a Prime. That is the purpose of this series. We'll see how far it goes. I definitely want to keep it fresh and interesting, though, so it's not all going to be like, oh, this time it's another really cool, impressive Optimus. No, I'm going to get some weird ones, especially like if the budget is very small. I'll try to get some weird ones. And I'm sure this will not last super long, because if I get a weird one, not a lot of people are going to watch it, and it's not going to make a lot of ad revenue. But that's okay. It's still a very fun series and a very fun idea that I definitely want to thank my sister-in-law for coming up with, because this is so fun. I just love the idea of it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, special shout out to channel members. As always, thank you all so much for the continued support. And if you do want to become a channel member to contribute to Prime for a Prime, post in the comments that you did it for that reason. Not only will you get shout outs, but, you know, depending on your tier, you'll get the benefits that I still need to try to make sure I fulfill better. And yeah, you know, it'll go towards the next episode. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.